Hello and welcome back to my channel. For those who already saw this video on my coloring supplies, this is take 2 because I discovered some serious problems with the previous video. I hope you watch it again, and if you do watch it, please like and subscribe to this channel. Like the video and subscribe. I would love to see 700 one of these days, so that's my goal for right now. What you see in this picture at this point is a jigsaw puzzle that I just completed. I'm in my office, which I had trouble trying to decide what to call this room, but I'm calling it my office. And all it is it's on a card table in a case, and I work on my puzzles as a great way to relieve stress. And when it's almost daylight, so I have two nice windows to enjoy sunlight to work on my puzzle. I'm sitting in my computer chair, so I'm slowly backing my chair up to show you one of my coloring cards. And the bottom, I usually just keep my swatch book down there. The middle is nothing but pens and more pens and markers. I love pens, so there's dozens of pens in there. Behind that, there's a small pencil case with some random pencils. What's on this cart is an accessory pack. This is called a workspace, which lifts right off and sits right back on. But for the time being, I'm going to take the workspace off, a workstation off, to show you that I have two Jane Davenport palettes here. I've got Jane Davenport for my pastels, and I also have, let's see if I can work better from this angle. I have three, I use cotton rounds with my pastels. I have three Pebbles chalks, and there's two more that I'm going to buy. In this cart, I also have my pencil caddy, which is by Derwent. I don't think I've seen one of these online anytime in the recent future. And then just a couple of odds and ends, a bag that has not been fully utilized yet, and a pencil cup with pens that I reach for frequently, and then a bigger holder for my labelers in there and my stapler for now. As I slowly turn around, I'm still in my computer chair and I'll be in it for a few minutes. What you see is my laptop, which is open to my website, Robin Loves Reading, because this is a reading channel. I have a nice desk with two drawers and a cabinet. Let me show you my cabinet. And on my desk, I use this desk in order to color right on my blog. When I have video appointments with my doctor, I use the desk for all of those things. On my desk, I currently have my swatch book, and I have a picture that I started very late last night. And I'll sneak peek you, that's the picture I'm working on. It's from a Child Santori coloring book. And I know that this is shaky because the iPad is not stationary while I make this video. I currently have on my desk, I don't know why that's there, my swatch book, which is massive. As you can see, all of these tabs are individual swatch sheets. And I did want to show you something. When I created swatch sheets when I was coloring years ago, one swatch sheet would take several pages. Like my Prismacolor, as you can see, takes several pages. My Hero watercolors take several pages. Well, I found a swatch sheet on some swatch sheet on Emily Illustrator's Facebook page, and they look like this. And so I downloaded the ones from her Facebook page for pencil sets that I already have. And then for pencil sets that I did not have, I created my own. And here's one of the ones that I created. So now my goal is to redo all of my swatch sheets and make all the sheets where all the pencils fit on one sheet of paper. So this thick 1-inch binder should be half the size by the time I finish with that project. So that's my desk, that's my work area. And now we're going to look at my supplies. How about I do that? I'm getting up. Let's see, my microphone got caught. Give me one moment, please. The microphone got caught because I was rolling around in my computer chair. Now I'm slowly walking over to, let me back up and show you. I'm going to turn around. And I also have a wonderful rocker recliner, which currently has cat hair on it because my cat likes to sleep on there. So I use my Dyson to quickly vacuum it up before I sit down. So I have a rocker recliner. It's a great chair because it has heat and massage. And that's the perfect place to read. And as you see from this angle, you can see my jigsaw puzzle table and my desk. So as I slowly turn around, as I started to show you, I have a shelf in the corner, and I'm backing up so you can see the entirety of the shelf, and you really can't see it all in one screenshot, but here's the shelf. On top of that shelf is a wire rack my husband found on one of his jobs years and years ago. And I use it for the various types of paper because I do a lot of different things with printing. So let's see what's in these drawers. I believe these are simply craft drawers. The first craft drawer is extra polys, extra color soft, for example, so you can see my backup polys. So I have a drawer full of backup polys for colors that I like. From this drawer here down to this drawer here, I'm not going to open them. That's all backup Prismacolor. That's 2.5 sets. I gave a set away, most of a set away, so that's why it's kind of half. So I've got a couple of sets of backup. Going lower, I have Laurentian pencils in here and a bunch of other random pencils. All the drawers are full of backup pencils. Also on this shelf, I have these trays with various pens, pencils, and markers. And these would be mostly Posca paint pens. Like here's like a Posca glitter paint pen. The pens are out of order because my grandson used to play with these when they were in a different location, so nothing is in the proper cup. So I've got the Posca paint pens. If we look down at the second, I've got more extra pens, a lot of Posca paint pens in here. And I've got some Wink Stella here. And just, these are a different kind of paint pen. This is a Sharpie paint pen. Yes, these are Sharpie paint pens. And you can see because they're different. Like the green and the purples and the oranges and the pink there. And then on the third row, I have the third shelf, I have more of the various pens and pencils and markers. But I also have my Arteza paint pens in here, which is acrylic ink in the pen. So they're they will perform very much like Posca paint pens, but they're made by Arteza. Now, as we get lower, I'm going to snatch out these really quickly so I can show you what they are. So bear with me for one moment. There's no easy way to do this. Okay, so now that I pulled them out, what you see are 3 bags, and because 2 of them are black, it looks rather dark. One has the shuttle art. The smallest bag has shuttle art. The big black bag, I'm going to sit down so I can show you. This big black bag here, I believe, is my these are either my Calyat or my Laurentian, and I couldn't tell you. Okay, so this entire case is full of Calyats. And then this case over here, I'm sorry for when I go out of frame. This case here is the Laurentians. No, I'm sorry, the Lemouche. Laurentian is a pencil. These are the Lemouche markers. So I think I have a 180 set of one and a 150 something. I don't even know the numbers. These are some miscellaneous pens, markers. And I know that the angle is horrible, but bear with me because I'm almost done with this. And then I have even more miscellaneous markers. So if the grandsons or granddaughters ever need any permanent markers for crafting or coloring, Nana has them. So let's take a moment. I'll keep this pointed on my pencil card for a moment because I'd like to show you that next. Anything that I take out while I'm making this video will just be left out and I'll clean up later. Okay, what I just pulled in front of me is a cart, a coloring cart that just has my pencils on it. And you can see that I have Luminances, which is the set of 76 plus the new 24 colors, so now it's a 100 set of Lumis. I also have backup Lumis, and since the case is a little bit bigger, my backup Lumis are also here. I don't have them in my craft drawers. Then I have the set of Holbeins. I have the Artezas, I believe it's a 120 set, whatever the new size set is. And my backup Artezas are in the craft drawers that I showed you a few moments ago. I also have the Tombow 1500s pencils, and it's a set of 36. I have the Polychromos. I have the Laurentians, which is a Canadian pencil. Originally, and it used to be called pencil crayons when these came out. Then they started to be produced in America. So in here I have a combination of Canadian and American Laurentian pencils. They're very, very good pencils, very hard to find and very expensive, so I don't use them often because replacing them would be difficult. Then I have the Prismacolor Very Thins in here. Swing the card around for a moment. I have the Color It Gel, Glitter Gel Pens. I don't have that labeled because it's self-evident. Here I have my Sargent Arts. I put S Art, so I know that my Sargent Arts, which is a set of 72, and this pencil case holds 80, so my Sargent Arts fit in here just fine. I'll keep the cart oriented this way to show you the second shelf is some oversized cases that I liked, and I bought a few. This one here has Inktense and Color Soft. So I'll take that out now that I've shown you that. This one here has the Guang Hui pencils. These are oil-based pencils. This one here is also the Guang Hui Hero watercolor pencils. And then the last case I have in here are all of my, let me take this out for a moment. The last case I have in here is all of my Spira Farbens. There we go. Trying to get you in frame. And then what I pulled out of there are my fine liners, Arteza and Staedtler, all together but organized by color. And I'm going to swivel the cart around and put you back in frame. In the bottom, I have more pencils. There's more space, so I put them in weird. In the bottom here, I have it says BWC, which is Black Widow Collection, and it's blurry, and I'm hoping that the picture gets clear. I cannot explain to you why it's blurry right now. This is Black Widow Collection, and that includes all the sets and the 2 skin tone sets. And also it says skin tone, so I have the Color Soft skin tone set and the Prismacolor skin tone colors in here. Even though the Prismacolors have their own case, if I just wanted to work on skin, I can just grab this case and do that. Speaking of Prismacolor, this gray case has the 150 set of Prismacolors. This has a set of Pablos, which is 120. By the way, everything I've shown you is full sets. And then this here is the Castle Arts, which came in the case. I didn't have to buy that case. Or should I say I didn't have to buy it separately. Here I have my Colleen pencils, and again, it's very blurry for some reason, the Faber-Castell Classic pencils in this case. And the last thing I have on this cart, once everything gets back in order, is this pencil roll that has, sorry, you just saw my toes, this pencil roll that has all of my gel pens, which includes the Copic Spiker gel pens, some remaining Jelly Roll pens. These pens were a gift and I haven't used them yet. And then these gel pens here, which all have refills. And the refills for this, by the way, are in my craft drawer. I have more space in things that are in another part of the house. Then at the bottom of this, because the cart will only hold so much, I have a huge pencil bag or pencil case, and it holds 300 pencils. So you can see it says unis. So this is the Mitsubishi unis. I think it's a set of 100. The Koh-i-Noor Polycolor, which is a set of 72, and the Crayola set, which is the 120 set. And that holds all of those pencils. Moving that to the side, this here is my Arteza Tri-Marker set of 100. And this is a new purchase, so I played around with them yesterday, but I haven't gotten very far with them. I have more Arteza pens in here. These are the Arteza Real Brush pens. I don't know about the longevity of them because it's been so long since I've colored. I have a feeling that they're going to be dried out. Here I have my Caran Neo Color 2s. I'm going to stick them back on the shelf. Everything else I'll leave out for now because I did not want to leave my Neo Color 2s on the floor. And now we're going to stand. I was sitting down while I showed you the rest of those things. So now I'm going to show you a little bit about my books. Here is a huge 4-inch binder. Let me show you the top of it, of Tim Jeff's PDFs, which is his detailed animal sketches, as this shows. He has raising awareness for animals that are instinct. He has birds. He has reptiles. He has collections 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're all in here. He also has a number of tutorial PDFs, and if I can lift this with one hand, yes I can. He has a number of tutorial PDFs, and let me show you. I know I'm shaking up here, but I wanted to show you. Anything that has the green label are tutorials, and anything with blue are full 25-page sketchbooks. So it's hundreds and hundreds of pages there. Back to my shelf, I have his Endangered Animals issue from Color in Heaven magazine. And then I have his 5 intricate ink animals in detail volumes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I've got a Chibi Girls coloring book. This is my only Chibi Girls coloring book. It's a grayscale. This is in the wrong space. It's a Mashup Adventure Divine Symmetry book by Kendall Bone. I really love his stuff, and I'll show you more about that later. Then I just have some random coloring books there. And then this selection right here is my Creative Haven collection, which is, I believe, 14 or 15. And then a few more random coloring books there. And for example, it says Geoscapes. I love shapes in 3D and things like that. On the next cube, I have another Color in Heaven issue, and that's the Busy World Special by Colin Thompson. I love Colin Thompson. I have 6 of his jigsaw puzzles, and the jigsaw puzzles that I have, the images are in this issue. I did just find his book, and I'm looking forward to getting it. I ordered it on Etsy. I have some oversized books here. I have the Disney Princesses book. I have Botanical Wonderland. The camera was too low. I have Floribunda by Leola Dooley. I have another oversized book, and I'm going to step over to my desk to show you. And this is Fagler. Okay, there's too much glare. Fagler and Jolly, however, I'm going to botch it. It's birds and butterflies. And I have colored a couple of pictures in this book, and I'll just show you one. So I've colored this image. I'll show you another one. I think I've done 3 images in this book. And I've colored this one. The book is perfect. The paper is ideal. Back over to the bookshelf, I have the Ink House. And then I have my Millie Marauder collection, which is 3 hardbound and 2 soft cover. I gave 1 or 2 of these away already. Then I have my Maria Trolle books, Vivi Soka en Bond, Drew Marie's Twilight Garden. This is Flora Botanicum. This is Skyming's Timon. I can't remember what it is. And this is Botanicum again, but this Botanicum here is Botanicum Special Edition with 8 additional images. So that's why I have 2 Botanicum issues. Down here on the next cube, my arm's getting tight, so I'm switching arms. Here is 4 postcard coloring books from Hannah Carlson. I had 6, but I gave 2 away. And then all of these books up to here are all Hannah Carlson books. I have all of her books, and some in duplicate and a couple in triplicate because I love her stuff. Moving over, I have a few. I have Sega on Sockner, which is Emily Lydhall Oberg. It was republished, so the cover is different, but the insides are the same. And then I have her Fairy Tales coloring book. Then here, let's see if I can pull this one out. Here is From Holland with Love. It's a hardcover book. Got it from Etsy. And here's another hardcover book, Flower Year, which goes with Floribunda from up here. The same artist, just 2 different size books. Then moving over to this cube here, I have a bunch of miscellaneous coloring books. And these 3 right here are not this one. These 3 right here are Demeter Victoria, if I can isolate them. Here I have all of my romantic country books in duplicate and in one case triplicate. Here I have 4 Kirby Rosanna's books. The other 2 did not appeal to me. Right here I have 2 Chiaki Ida books. My Colorful Town, and I can't remember what the other one is, but I have both of her books there. Here I have 3 Thomas Kincaid books. I've got the Disney one and the other 2, which are more scenic coloring books. I'm trying to move down a bit to show you what's down here. And again, a lot of miscellaneous coloring books. I have a grayscale coloring book, Adorable Animals. That's a beautiful coloring book. Here I have my collection of Fabiano Attanasio coloring books. There's all 9. 4 are in Italian and the rest are American. I have volumes 1 through 3 of Coloriage Wild. I do want to get number 4 and 5. In here, I'm losing frame because I'm trying to grab the books, are the 6 Millie Marauder books right here. I did not buy her compilation book, but I love her stuff, so that's my Millie Marauder collection. Moving over here, and the angle is off because I'm bending to show you these. These are my Momo Girl, Girls with Poem and Girls with Music, and the tutorial book. These here are my Johanna Basford collection. I'm trying to straighten this up. Let's see. I'm going to try something. Bear with me for a moment. So here we have my Johanna Basford coloring books. The older ones I had ring bound. The newer ones like World of Flowers and Ivy Ninky Butterfly I didn't ring bound. Then I have a couple of, I think his name is Chris, Animal Odyssey and Color Odyssey. Love those books. He's what is his name? He is a tattoo artist, but he made these great books. Chris Garver. Let me just show you. Okay, so you see Chris Garver, Animal Odyssey, and Color Odyssey. I have Mouse Guard, which is a great coloring book. It's Mouse Guard. I've got the two of Camilla D'Erico's coloring books, Pop Manga. I started to say the two, but I think she has a new Halloween or spooky one that I don't want. Then I have, what is this? Okay, these are my Forest Girl books. Here's two. I have Forest Girl 1, and then I have the second volume here. Looks like something is making my page buckle. And then I have volume 3 here. Volume 2 is great for water mediums. Volume 3 only has 5 or 6 water medium pages. The latter part of my shelf, I'm not going to pull anything out, is I mentioned that I like Kendall Bone. When I first started coloring, I was really into abstract coloring. So they're paisleys, they're designs, they're grids, they're 3D, they're mashups. And I may not use any of these coloring books anytime in the near future, but at the same time, I'm not ready to get rid of those. These ones right here are, again, the same theme. For example, flowers, diabolically detailed flowers. So I have, okay, I'm losing the plot with this one. So that's my collection at the bottom of books that I don't really want to get rid of. Sorry, my mic slipped a little bit, so if any of that was muffled, please forgive me. So that's all of my coloring books, and so we'll just walk back over to the desk. Oh, I didn't show you my printers. Let me show you my printers before I sit back down. Here I have a Dell inkjet printer, which does duplicate and prints on both sides. And below that, forgive the dust, is my laser printer, black and white. So I love those printers. I didn't show you this shelf here. And this shelf here is all of my backup planner supplies, like washi tape and graph paper and different types of papers. And that's it. So I'm going back over to my chair to show you how I would work. I would sit here and I can color. I can work on my blog. I can listen to a Kindle book or an Audible book. There's my laptop with my slide out keyboard tray with my mouse. This keyboard, if you see 1, 2, and 3 right here, if I hit the function 1, that is for my iPad, function 2 is for my iPhone, and function 3 is for the laptop. So with this one keyboard, I can use on 3 devices, and I use it quite frequently like that. The only other cool thing I have on my desk that I'll show you is I do have one of these instant printers, and it's just too much glare. It's too much glare. Okay, so I have a Canon selfie printer. So I have things like that on my desk because the desk has 2 extra shelves built in. So I have my hole punch for my Happy Planner there, and then I have a paper cutter here. It's very heavy, and I don't want to drop it by grabbing it with just one hand like that. And so that's it. That's my coloring area. The sun is trying to come out, and it's at war with the lights on in my office. So anything that you're seeing with a white background is giving you incredible amount of glare. But that's about it. Again, if you're watching this video after watching the first one, thank you very, very much, because as I clearly had to make a second video because the first video did not work. So that's it. I'm going to say goodbye, and the next time you see me on this channel will be for my weekly wrap up for the 4th week of September. But for now, that's it. Take care and have a great one. Bye-bye.